Okay, so day 13, and I guess there is a lot to talk about, but yeah, I guess the first thing, I've been slacking with this book, if I'm being honest, and I actually find it interesting. It's just, I need to dedicate time to sit down and really read because I don't like to just read, 5 pages and then read 5 pages another hour after. Like, I want to sit down and genuinely, maybe go through like 10 pages at least and maybe write some stuff down because I did highlight and write down on the book, which I'm going to keep doing that because it's my book. But yeah, I need to get better with that. But I guess I'll talk about things that happened today. And I went on a run, but I went super late because the original plan was to go play basketball, but the weather had other plans, so I ended up running on the treadmill at like 8:30, and I don't like the treadmill, which I just guess I'm never going to like it. But I ran 3 miles, but it felt like I ran more than 3 miles because you can never tell the exact pace you're going, even though I have a running watch. So it's a little bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world. I ran for 35 minutes and I also walked backwards with incline for knees to, activate the knees and build stronger knee health because I don't want to get injured. So I'm going to take extra precaution on my health and taking care of my body more so I don't break down before my race. So yeah, second day of running, super simple, but super good as well. And yeah, I wanted to run in the morning, but I had work, so I didn't really feel like waking up at 6 a.m. And I had to stay a little bit later at work. So I didn't get out until like after 5. But there has been some things that I came across of that I wanted to share. And I also wrote my journal and I want to share some things that I said. But yeah, I guess we could just jump right into it. And this I saw from a TikTok and it said, real love triggers change, and sometimes the change is uncomfortable. And I guess a lot of the things that I'm going to talk about today is being uncomfortable and living with uncertainty. I said that wrong, uncertainty, because you have to in your lifetime, and it's not something you can avoid. And that's something I've been avoiding a lot recently. So I've been really trying to attack it and look at it and fight it because it can't be ignored anymore. So, I feel like with what has happened has really altered my perspective on a lot of things, and it's really hitting me where the change is uncomfortable and it gets really hard, but I need to remember that it hasn't even been that long. So I still have so much time to continue to improve and continue to get better. Like, I have therapy tomorrow and I'm looking forward to it because I want to explain what's going on and, maybe get answers from a different perspective. And it's someone that I can trust. So I guess we can move on to the next point where it said, this was also a TikTok, and it said, waiting too long to eat a fruit will lead it to rot eventually. So stop waiting for the right time. Just say it, act on it, feel it. Which, that seems pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, I think I said it before in a video where you can't really just wait for the perfect moment because there is no perfect moment. And if anything, the perfect moment is right now, and right now is every second that keeps on going. So yeah, I can move on to what I said in my journal, and I wrote something that I think is important, and it'll connect back to what else I want to talk about, which is I need to understand that every micro decision I make against the resistance of comfort is ultimately what determines if I'm staying where I am at right now or if I'm going to get where I want to be. And maybe that was a little bit confusing, but you know, the little decisions and the little things, big or small, that I'm doing right now to my day-to-day life is what's going to actually help me make a change for the better, because I do want to change and I know I have been changing. So why stop? You know, it's this journey that I'm in is something that is going to keep on going. I'm always going to keep growing. I'm always going to get better and better every day. You know, there's no solution or moment where I can be, hey, I made it, we're good, and I just stop, you know? So I've been feeling overwhelmed with processing everything because, let me tell you, it's been a lot, and there's so many other things that have came up to where I've generally felt overwhelmed, and it's made me very I guess numb to feeling. But these past 2 days have been good, that I've been able to feel out everything more. And you know, this is becoming difficult to process everything, but this situation, me and everything around me, is all a process as well. Like, there's nothing to rush, and I really have to trust God and trust his patience that he's teaching me, because I have always had a habit of rushing things, and I don't want to rush. So this is something else that I wrote down that I'm willing to share, where living with uncertainty, wow, why do I keep saying it wrong? Living with uncertainty, but I want to live in reality. So they sound like the complete opposite, but they go hand in hand, where, you know, I'm living in this state of being uncomfortable, but that's the reality. That's where I'm at right now. And I need to change, and I need to continue to grow, because I want to. This is something I actually want to do. Just like that marathon I signed up for, just like these videos that I've been making every day. This is something that I actually want to do. So, you know, and I genuinely, even though it's been 2 weeks, I feel like growth has actually occurred, and I feel different already. I feel better, but I know I have a lot more work to do, and I have a lot more to process, and a lot more to explain, and a lot more to discover, and I'm up for it. I'm here every day. I'm battling. Everyone else is battling too. Everyone else has their own thing, but this is my story. This is who I am, and I know who I want to continue to be. And yeah, that's everything I have written down. I did want to talk about how I watched a movie today. It was my first movie in a while. It was called The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, and I already forgot the actor, but he makes comedy movies, and you can search it up and you'll probably recognize who he is. I think his name is like Ben Sutter, something like that. But really goofy movie, and it ended up having a lot deeper meaning than what it may have seemed at the beginning. And you know, it emphasized appreciating everything around you and the beauty of the world, adventuring, and not just being stuck in a dreamy world of like, oh, I want to do this, or maybe I could be this cool, when you should really just go out and do it. So I think it's a very cool movie to watch. You know, it's not like the most mind-blowing movie, but it's it'll make you laugh, maybe feel a little bit emotional, and make you reflect. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I had a little bit of a couple mess ups, but one take. So yeah, I think that'll be it for now. Yeah, thank you for watching. If you watch all the way through, love y'all. And yeah, good night. See you tomorrow.